So the butcher ended up calling me this morning and they said that they changed their dates and that I needed to bring the steers today if I could instead of tomorrow evening. So I'm gonna have to switch gears today, go get the trailer hooked up, and then hopefully I can get these steers all loaded up by myself. All right, so shut out the heifers and the little bull. And then we'll close the end of this alley here. Close off the inside of the barn. And we'll open this up to the steers. Now I'll just walk back over to the bank barn and see if I get a bucket of feed. Well, I got a couple of them following me with this bucket. Come on. Hopefully this continues. Yeah, I got what you want. Yeah. All right, first thing I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna try to get them locked in this barnyard area. You guys want some? Go ahead. Fight over that. Let me see if I can get this gate latch shut. All right, well, you're in here. Come on in. That's a good one. Come on in. This is Plan B. We're gonna shrink them up a little bit. Go ahead, boys. They're going down the alleyway. All right, now they're in the alleyway. If you guys go forward, you'll see that there is food in the trailer. Turn around. Woo! Go ahead. There you go. Cannonball, you're facing the wrong way, buddy. Turn around. Come on. Come on. Good boys. All right. Good boys. All right, they are in. And we'll open everything back up to the heifers. All right, you guys ready for a ride? All right, just got back from unloading the steers, so now my favorite part is cleaning out this trailer. They always make a mess of it. So that was probably one of the dirtiest trailer cleanouts that I have done. They were only in there an hour and they completely covered the whole floor up. So it's all clean now. It's way better to do it, you know, as soon as they get out. You don't want to let it sit a day and start to dry, that's for sure. But we walk in here now, you can see the rubber mat here in the bottom, and yeah, a lot cleaner. So I'm gonna go ahead and put the trailer away and call it a night, because I definitely need a shower after that. I'm gonna put it behind the thing. Yeah, like that. So today we're back out here at the pig pen. We just need to get some posts in the ground and a couple gates put in, and then this training pen, the small pen, will be done. And then after that I want to try to get the pig pasture, the electric wire, get that all set up back the way we want it, and then we'll be ready for pigs. You go with that?
Yeah.
Forward, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That'll work. All right. So the old gate that was on the pig pen, we're gonna put it in the back, and we're gonna try to pull the old posts out. It's already got the hinges in it, and we're gonna try to pull it out with the little tractor. Hopefully it'll do the job. Figuring out which way it needs to go. All right, we got the pig pen all put together now. So we've got a small 3-foot gate here in the front, and then in the back we got the old 10-foot gate. And the next thing we're gonna do is we need to bleach out this water tank here so it's nice and clean before the pigs are actually supposed to show up tomorrow. So just like normal, last minute, trying to get things done. We're gonna get that bleached out, and then we're gonna start getting the electric fence all back where it needs to be for the actual pig pasture, which is a ½ acre area around this training pen. It definitely feels like summer out here for sure. It's supposed to feel like about 90 today. And in the sun, it definitely does. Well, that's all we got, so that's gonna work. So this electric fence that makes the perimeter of our pig pasture, of course it goes around and then it comes down here just a few feet off of our property lines over here. And then it turns and it heads back toward the equipment area over here. But instead of going where it used to, we're gonna have it turn, and we're gonna turn and go back toward the pig pen that we just built. So we're gonna have to mow down some of this grass. We're also gonna have to cut out maybe a few trees or a few small bushes in here so that we can get the fence basically like right through here. So we're gonna have to do a little bit of clearing, and then once we get that done, at least the pig pasture's back established and we're pretty much done with this pig pen, pig pasture redo. Yeah, I'll have to slide down. All right, we got the pig pen and the pig pasture, at least the perimeter, all done.
I hope they appreciate it.
Yeah, it was a hot, miserable day out here. We actually didn't film most of it just because it was so hot and miserable.
Yeah, definitely not prepared for summer.
Yeah, and Rebecca got a new Moab hat.
Yeah, a subscriber, Joe Aguilar, I'm probably saying it wrong, but he sent me this hat, and it just happened to come right around my birthday, so.
Yeah, so it was a nice little present for her. Yeah. And it's, because the old Moab hat she used to wear all the time, it's basically the same color, a little different design, but it was a youth hat, and he sent you another youth hat. The other thing she likes is that it's a
floppy.
Floppy.
Like floppy hats.
It is not structured. Like this one, you know how it keeps the shape? And she's not a big fan of those. She likes those soft, floppy hats.
Yeah, I don't want to look like I have a top hat on.
She thinks it makes her head look too big. The problem is her head's small anyway.
I know, but it's just different.
Yeah. So like I said earlier, pigs, I believe, are showing up tomorrow. So we still got the feed troughs to set out in the pen, and then we got to dump out that bleach water, rinse that tank out, and get some clean water in there. And I think we're ready to go. So we got, our hard fenced in area where we're going to train the pigs to electric fence, and they're going to be in there until they're a certain size. We're going to keep, when they're small, they stay in this pen. As they get bigger, we're going to let them out more into this pig pasture area. And you can see we put a hard fence. Yeah, hopefully you can see it. We put a hard fence back here just for, I don't know, 32 feet or so off of this corner post. And the reason being is we think this is where we're gonna set up to load the pigs later on. That's always been an issue, trying to load the pigs. So now we've got a hard fence on this side and a hard fence back there. And we think we can back the livestock trailer right down here and park it. And then we can set up a loading chute. We may set up like a permanent, we may like later this year build a permanent area right there with a loading chute, so it's easier for us to park the trailer and to load the pigs. At least that's the idea. We'll see how that works out later.
There we go.
All right, so our electric wire here, I think it looks pretty good. We got it nice and tight now. So I still need to get the fence charger hooked up so that I can electrify this temporary fence that goes around. And then off of it, we have temporary fence that goes down and around this whole back area. And this is a place that we let the sheep graze. And right now we've got them over basically next to the house in the garden, eating our lawn right now. And we've had this closed off to them. So once I get this re-electrified, hopefully you can see, you know, we've got pretty good growth out here. It's been resting for a few weeks now. But we also got to get a fence put up here on the other end. As you can see right here, this is open. So we're gonna go from this new fence post that we just put in, and we're gonna build a fence across here to the barn, and then we'll put this gate somewhere here in the middle. And then this temporary pasture will be completely closed off and I can finally move the sheep back out here. One other thing I plan on doing with the pig pen later this year is we're gonna redo our feeders, I think, this year. We've been using these little half barrels as feed troughs for probably, well, ever since we started raising pigs, for like the last 5 years or so. And we're gonna try to get a new feeder this year that actually has a hopper in it where it can hold couple hundred pounds worth of feed so that they have free choice feed all of the time. And of course, having a larger feeder will make it where we don't have as many chores every day. It's just gonna make everything easier. So it's the next day and Derek and his family are on their way over. They're gonna bring us this year's feeder pigs. So it is a little bit wet today. It has been raining, it's still sprinkling, but we'll get these pigs unloaded and in the new pen here in a few minutes. All right, here's this year's pigs. Hey guys, how are you? Oh, we got a multicolored bunch there, don't we? Yeah. You picked these out, Diggin?
What?
Did you pick these out? Yeah.
Oh, watch that bottom, buddy. All right, buddy, you carrying them? No. This is a barrel. Your boy.
Okay. Everybody. Grab your feet the way I want.
There's a gill.
Go in there. Go in there. There you go.
Another girl.
Oh yeah. You'll definitely be able to tell those apart, won't you?
Yeah,
Yeah, they're all unique.
they're very pretty.
Yeah, they're all out of the same litter too, so it's crazy how different they are color-wise.
Mama's a amp and then dad was a bird amp.
Yeah, they all got the ears that are
Yeah.
standing up.
Yeah,
Yeah, instead of floppy.
that's what we've been trying to. We don't like the floppy ears, so we've been trying to get better genetics for that. So.
Yeah. So you guys got any ideas for names? No?
They were trying to come up with goat names, and they're like, we're kind of out of names. By the time we name our cows and our pigs and our goats, and it's like, oh.
Yeah, because like new names every year seem with a lot of things.
Probably can't continue to use sausage, bacon. And,
We're going on vacation, so my dad is going to watch everything.
Yeah, next month we're gonna leave, and we
Like
were
3 weeks.
we were
Oh, wow.
yeah, we'll end up having steers too, so we'll have everything here for them to take care of everything. So
That's the worst part about having livestock is if you want to go somewhere more than like a day, you have to plan in advance, find somebody to come take care of everything.
Yeah, this will be the first long vacation we've taken since 2016, 2015.
yeah, 2016.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys already digging a hole?
So Derek and his family just left, and I think our new pigs are settling in to their new home. Let's sit here and see if they're curious enough to come up to me. Hi, little pigs. Well, hopefully you can see each pig is very unique, so it'll be easy to tell them apart. Well, the pigs are a little standoffish. I'm sure that it's probably a little stressful today, but I'm sure we'll get them friendly. Rebecca will definitely get them friendly. She'll start finding treats for them. Yeah, I'm sure Rebecca will have them eaten out of her hand here in a few weeks. But the rain is picking up, and I think that's going to wrap up this video. So I hope you guys have a wonderful weekend, and we'll see you guys in the next video.